Hey guys, so for today's Josh's Daily Thoughts, it's going to be a lot shorter of a video. It'll be around 5 minutes long, and I'm going to be talking about the topic of time. Now, the title for today is Moving Moments, and I want to preface it with this song. It's an older song. It goes like, time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. And I think that song is an underrated song. It's an older song. But I think that song kind of gives the heart of what I'm talking about today, is that time just keeps on moving. The title for today is Moving Moments. And with that said, I think it's super important for us to understand that our time is a valuable resource. And my dad and I were talking today at Menards, and he was talking to me about how he wishes he could go back sometimes and just change some moments in his life. He has some regrets. He has some moments that he wishes he would have done something differently, wishes he would have done something at all. And I think you knowing that you only have this one moment once, because this time is always moving, is super key to you being able to live a life on purpose, to live a life that adds value to not only your overall life and legacy, but other people's lives as well. I want to talk about the scripture that Solomon, who is the son of David, one of the most wise men in the Bible of all time, talks about. And he says this. He says, even if the other man lives 1,000 years twice and does not enjoy good things, do not all go to one place? And I think when we look at that verse, it almost seems depressing, because it's clear that he's talking about how we all just die. We all eventually die. But he's also looking at the beginning of the verse. He's talking about a man who lives 2,000 years, lives 1,000 years twice, but does not enjoy good things. So if you take one person who lives 100 years and does not enjoy his life and does not make the most out of the moments in his life, and you take a man who lives 50 years but lives a fulfilling life that adds value to his life and other people's lives all around him, which life would you rather have? Now, for me, I'm going to personally pick the one who lives 50 years, because 100 years is a long time to not live a fulfilling life. And your life is almost gone in a blink of an eye, and you don't get that time back. Now, is your time meaningful or not? So I know it comes off abrasive, but it's super important to know that time is not a resource that you get back. You can get back money, you can get back materials, and you can even get back girlfriends or boyfriends, but you're not getting back that time. You are not getting back that time. So make the most of the time that you have now. And how do you make the most of the time that you have now? Well, it's good to start looking at Jesus' life. Now, I think Jesus is someone who lived a life on purpose. He lived life for a purpose. He came down from heaven to earth to fulfill a purpose, and he did so in 33 years. There are some people who are 80 who feel like they lived a life not on purpose, and they didn't accomplish anything that they wish they accomplished, and they're living full of regret. But Jesus lived a life full of purpose and intentionality. Now, how can we live that way? And I think some of the qualities that Jesus mentions are important and vital for us to live with are mercy, being merciful, being loving, being a peacemaker, being pure in heart, being gentle, being joyful, and even being generous. And these are qualities that we can all practice continuously throughout our lives. And we can also evaluate these day to day and say, how did I do at being a peacemaker today? How did I do at being loving to those in my life today? Did I give mercy to that person who kind of offended me or hurt my feelings? I think it's super important to live your life with intention and know that this moment is going to go by. Don't live with regret. Don't live with regret. You get this moment once. If there's something that's on your heart that Jesus put on your heart to do, pursue it now, because you won't get that moment again. I believe that your life is meant to be lived on purpose, and you can do it, and I can do it, and we all can do it. We just have to believe in it and have to pursue it every single day of our lives. So with that said, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys soon.